a chance to speak with Greg Spherical, the CEO of Ingram, where he discussed some of the company's plans for this year. You know, there's a lot of competitors out there in the market as well in terms of distribution. So how are you guys positioning your Cisco business, and what are you guys doing to win new business as well, especially since Comstor was brought to Canada last year and you guys have some other major competitors in the market? What are you guys doing to really differentiate yourselves?
Yeah, I mean, the best thing that we can do and have been doing is that we're the largest partner that Cisco has in distribution, have been in North America for 10 years or close to that, and we still remain their largest partner. Cisco has taken an approach where they have really three global partners. Ingram, which we're the largest partner on a global basis with Cisco. They also have Tech Data, which is Europe and North America, and they have Westcon, which is starting to get a little bit more global, and they've come to Canada just recently. So we've seen the two other major competitors, if you may, in other markets and other geographies. What's important for us is that we have a strong technical capability, and so that we can understand all the sort of stacks of solutions that Cisco can provide, which we've done a very good job with for years. We have a fantastic organization both in Canada, out of Mississauga, as well as out of Buffalo, which has got a large tech support organization for pre-sales and solution support. That group has worked together already extensively with Cisco products for years. So our objective is to need to be the best at providing technical support, building out configurations of solutions capabilities, staying on top of the new technologies. They have some emerging technologies or new areas that if we can understand them sooner, position them better, we'll continue to hold on to our market share, and our market share has been higher than everybody else. So that remains a priority. Anytime though someone new comes in, you're going to lose a little bit of share. But I would say, Mark Schneider and his whole team, and Mark here is beside us, the team in Canada is doing a great job with Cisco, and I would tell you that Cisco would probably come back and say, their best partner is their largest partner, but that doesn't mean there aren't other good options out there for our customers, to make some choices on. And so, we'll have to remain vigilant and continue to offer, I think, best of breed solutions for Cisco as we've done so far.
Okay, great. Now, just to get an overall ballpark image of where you guys are heading this year, what are your plans, Greg, for the company and also for BTN for 2010?
Well, let me take that first thing. On the company, I think I've touched on it a little bit, but let me just highlight, I think there's probably three major things that we're trying to do. One, we want to grow at market rates or faster than market rates pretty much in most of the geographies around the world. That's important to us because last year there was a lot of emphasis on cost reduction because the market wasn't looking good. There was a lot of emphasis on protecting cash, making sure the margins held up really well, just because you didn't know how long the rainy day was going to last. And we really didn't have a good idea. Most people didn't have a good idea a year ago how long this economic malaise was going to continue, and then the impact on IT purchases was even more, exaggerated. So that's a big emphasis shift in the company. A second major emphasis shift is trying to get improvement in sort of 3 or 4 areas that are strategically important to us for the long term. Those are point of sale data capture capabilities, where we've bought a lot of companies and trying to build out those capabilities on a global level. Secondarily, our logistics capability, where we're pretty strong on providing fulfillment services. We're trying to build that capability outside of North America, where we've done a great job in the US and Canada. We're starting to look for opportunities in Europe and Asia, especially as we bring some tools and systems that we've used and deployed here in North America. And also because some of our partners saying, you've done a great job for us here, let's take that kind of business model and approach to other geographies. Another area related to this continuous improvement and investment is the whole data center, which we've touched on briefly around Cisco, but in total there's a lot of software, virtualization products, enterprise computing capabilities, which we started a lot of work on that in North America with our ITS offering 2-3 years back, but now we're trying to go and do the same thing in Europe, and we have some of those capabilities very much in Asia and in Latin America, so that's getting more attention. on a global level from the company point of view. And finally, as I mentioned just briefly before, the emphasis around software as a service, hardware as a service offerings becomes more and more relevant and needs to be one of the solution sets that we have. Last big broad brush thing from a company point of view is we're trying to be more outwardly focused as a company. And so there's a cultural effort and a cultural shift that we're trying to make, which takes many years, but there's a bit of training and education and dialogue that's going on to make us more aggressive and a little bit more risk-taking externally. So that's actually quite fun, but it also takes a bit more time to sort of change attitudes over in the company worldwide. To your second point, what was your second point? Sorry.
Your plans for VTN.
Sorry, plans for VTN. Thank you. From that perspective, we hold two big major events a year for VTN: the Spring Invitational and the Fall Invitational. This one is focused on trying to get, our community to get more comfortable with helping each other. The economy is improved, the market environment is improved. So there's a fair bit of emphasis of saying, you've got a lot of services here, and there's a lot of people in this room that are seeing some good things happening with their businesses. Let's talk about those, through the tech fair, which is going to be this afternoon. Let's understand which applications are doing really well, and let's give you a better chance of being more successful if you understand those. So you might be able to shift your business a little bit to these areas that are doing particularly well right now. So that's, it's a lot of messaging around that. There's a new tool capability that we have around business intelligence. We're very excited about that for the community. And we're just going to be rolling that out and announcing it really to the community over this 2-day period here. What's exciting about it is there's a rich database of information that we've been collecting on behalf of the resellers and frankly ourselves over the last 5 or 6 years. We've made shipments predominantly to end users. And so we can dissect what products are sitting in which customers, what vertical markets are showing interest in certain, products or solutions. And so then we can take that information on behalf of the VAR and his community of end customers, and we can kind of go back and say, did you realize that this is getting close to end of life? Or that you have an opportunity because you didn't see, what this vertical is doing in some other area that you maybe want to bring in a new application or a solution set. So the community, I think, are quite interested. We kind of gave them a sense of what we were doing with this last fall and analyzing it. Now we're really launching it with a tool, and that we expect, a lot of people will take that up at this meeting, but I think over the coming months we're anticipating hopefully most of the VTN community will look at that as a real big enabler and a big differentiator for them, and we're making it exclusive for the VTN relationships to start. So quite exciting application, and I think something that we're going to put a lot of emphasis on this year and going into next year because there's a lot we can do with that.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Okay, thank you too. Appreciate it.
And that's all we have time for this video at VTN Spring Invitational. I'm Maxine Chung from CDN Computer Dealer News here in Hollywood, Florida, and thank you for watching.